Hi everyone, I'm Sean Allen. I'm the CEO and co-founder of WizeFi. I'm glad you're here today. I'm glad I'm here today. I've been looking forward to this day for 8 years. It's a long time coming. You know, every now and then a revolutionary new product comes along and it completely changes all of the rules. And sometimes if that product is really good and it makes a really big impact and it changes millions of lives, it can even change the world. Have you ever heard somebody say, I'm going to change the world? I have. I'm always skeptical about that. I'm a skeptic by nature, I guess. But do you know what it really takes to change the world? I mean, have you thought about that? There are a lot of examples of things that have literally changed the world. And some of them we enjoy today. Some of them are recent, some of them are thousands of years old. For example, paper currency. Paper currency gave people a new way to exchange goods for services. So vegetarians didn't have to come into town carrying a chicken under their arm in hopes of trading for a vegetable. Or the compass, which gave us a way of exploring the world. Or the light bulb, which meant we no longer had to lick our fingers to put out that candle every night before bed. Now we could just flip the switch and the lights go off. Of course, Mom was trying to figure out what to do with those spit-lick fingers, which of course turned into, let me get that toothpaste off your face. Electricity, the automobile, the internet, the smartphone, things that we enjoy today, all of these in one form or another have literally changed the world. Now, I don't know if WizeFi is actually going to change the world, but it sure could, and here's why. Right now, our economy is struggling because of many legacy issues. Some of them you know about and some of them you may not even think about. Some of them you may not care about. But if not corrected, I believe that the American dream that we've all heard of will only be a thing that we've all heard of. The national debt is over $20 trillion and counting. And if you don't understand how bad that is, for starters, that's $167,000 per taxpayer, you and me, and growing every day without a plan to reduce it. Number two, our thriving economy relies on consumer debt. Lots of consumer debt. Did you know that in 1950 there was no household consumer debt, and today we have more than $3.5 trillion of consumer debt? Debt, consumer debt especially, is the #1 killer of wealth in America. And number three, cost of living has outpaced income since 2007. Have you noticed? I mean, have you noticed? I've been in financial services for 27 years this month, in roles ranging from financial planner to CEO, and I can tell you that most people don't notice how cost of living increases impact their future net worth, especially when it comes to costs of things like food, for both groceries and in restaurants, and man have they increased over the last 5 years. But most people just keep with their same spending habits, buying the same goods and services, but end up going further and further into debt, and they don't even realize it. Listen, here's a good measurement of whether or not you're making good progress with your finances. Measure the amount of interest that you earn versus the amount of interest that you pay each year, including your mortgage interest. You see, there are two kinds of interest, the kind you earn and the kind you pay, and you can't reach financial independence by paying more interest than you earn each year. When you're earning more interest than you're paying, you're building wealth. In the future, I'll do more talks on subjects like these, but today I just want you to understand why it is that despite great advancements in humanity that have literally changed the world, despite living in America, where access to the American dream is right in front of us, most people will never reach their wealth potential because they'll spend their whole life supporting a system designed for few to succeed at the cost of many. The average person entering retirement today earned about $1.3 million in their lifetime, but has less than $100,000 saved for retirement. How much should they have? Well, in financial planning, an industry recommendation is to have at least 20 times your annual net income saved for retirement. So if you earn $50,000 a year, you need $1 million in your retirement savings to provide you a similar lifestyle to what you were living before retirement. And this is part of the reason that we're here today. If that same person had access to WizeFi and had followed the built-in 4-step plan, they could have instead be entering their retirement years with a net worth of more than $1.2 million. And that's before the affiliate program kicks in. With the affiliate program, it could be 2, 3, 5 times that amount or more. Today, we're introducing a revolutionary new product that I believe will help millions of people reach and live their ideal lifestyle. It will not only help people make the most of their money, it will help them make money, and for some people, a lot of money. It'll help people get organized with their money in a way that will help them become intentional with their money, which is a key to financial success. It will provide a guideline for monthly spending to tell people how much they should spend on things like food or entertainment or housing. It'll provide you with a look at your financial future if you keep doing what you're doing now, compared to your wealth potential if you follow a built-in wealth-building formula. And some of you will discover that the WizeFi formula for building wealth can be beat if you're willing to get a little more radical with your financial disciplines. Oh, and did I mention that it also provides a way for members to earn some extra money each month? I know many of you already know about this, and it's part of the reason that you're here today, and it's why many of you keep emailing us asking for your affiliate links so that you can get started sharing with your networks. But hang on with me for just a few minutes because I have some really important information that I want you to understand first. Before I show you WizeFi, let me talk about a category that's getting a lot of buzz in the online space right now, and that's budgeting applications. You've likely seen or heard of many of these budgeting applications. Some of them try to help you organize your spending, and some track your spending, and some brag about being able to help you set up a budget in just 10 minutes, and I guess that's what they call speed budgeting. The problem is they don't do what a budget is really supposed to do. Look, think about it like this. Every successful company out there has a budget, and they have a CFO, a chief financial officer, who manages the company finances. In your household finances, you're the CFO. And if you don't treat your money like you're managing the most important business in the world, your family business, you're not likely to put your money where it's most effective. Unfortunately, budgeting apps today don't tell you whether you're putting your money in the most effective places. They just help you track where you've spent your money. But the goal of your budget should be about how to increase your net worth so that someday you'll have the money to live your ideal lifestyle. In financial planning, we often start with a goal and then work our way backwards. So let's do that. The goal is to live your ideal lifestyle, right? We define living your ideal lifestyle as doing the activities you love with the people you love, but without the constraints of a full-time job. So to live your ideal lifestyle, you need to have money, right? But how much money will it take for you to live your ideal lifestyle? Remember what I said earlier about the industry recommendation is that you have 20 times your annual net income saved for retirement. So then where will that $1 million come from? Probably from some investment accounts that you've been putting your money in over these last 40 years that you've been working. And how did you determine how much money to put into your investment accounts? Of course, you can see where this is going. Yes, your budget. So the reason that you have a budget is to help you increase your net worth until you have enough money to afford you living your ideal lifestyle. One last point I want to make on this subject, and then we'll move into showing you WizeFi. In financial planning, I always start with a budget because I know that most wealth is lost in the way that people manage their spending. And once I have that organized, the rest is really pretty simple. Now, setting up a budget for your clients is a lot of work, and unfortunately, I think that's the reason that many financial advisors avoid helping their clients with budgeting or avoid helping their clients with getting out of debt. But we're missing a really important part of the whole financial planning process. I've always done budgets with my clients because it makes it a little easier for me as the advisor to better understand how my recommendations are aligned with their abilities. If you don't understand their budget, then you really don't understand their abilities, and that's part of the problem. Also, I built a software program to make this easy for myself. In fact, actually, I made the software available to financial advisors all around the country to use with their clients. And I've coached hundreds of them over the years on how to help their clients increase their net worth just by better managing their budgets. I have personally coached clients into increasing their future net worth by over $1 million just by helping them get more organized with their money and be more strategic with their budget. So when I talk about budgets, I hope that you'll understand I consider myself a bit of an expert in this area, but it's because I have a tremendous amount of experience. And I hope you'll consider that when I talk about how important it is to have a good budget and to know your budget and to understand how your budget aligns with your abilities and your goals and your future net worth opportunity. And when I look at budgeting apps that are out there right now, they all need to do a better job of helping their users understand how their budgets are impacting their future net worth. And by the way, in financial planning, speed budgeting isn't a thing. A 10-minute budget doesn't matter if you don't know how it impacts your future net worth opportunity. It's not about setting up a budget in 10 minutes. It's about having an effective budget that can help you reach and live your ideal lifestyle. And WizeFi does this very well. WizeFi is a very powerful tool. I believe that we're going to reinvent what the ideal lifestyle is. We're going to start with a revolutionary new process for reaching your wealth potential. And that's a result of years of research and development and test cases, financial professional input, studying client behaviors, etc. There is a lot of time, money, and brain power that have gone into WizeFi. But I think you'll agree it's unique in its ability to help people make the most of their money. The WizeFi process is a wealth building process, not just a budgeting tool. And it starts by helping you organize your money into strategic categories. And then it gives you a guideline for how much money you should spend on things like food and housing and entertainment. Have you ever wondered how much you should spend on your housing? Or how much you should spend on entertainment or dining out? Well, now you'll know. And then it shows you where to apply your wealth building dollars each month. WizeFi will recommend that you put 20% of your net income into your wealth building plan. But many, in fact, most people we know cannot apply 20% of their net income to their wealth building plan. I get that. So WizeFi will help you get there month by month, and I'll show you how in just a minute. And then WizeFi shows you your results. It shows you how your spending plan compares to your wealth potential following the WizeFi plan, which is what other online budgeting apps fail to do. WizeFi will show you your current path if you keep doing what you're doing now. It'll show you your wealth potential following a built-in 4-step plan. And you can adjust it as often as you like. As life events happen and your finances change, like every day or every week or month. Now I have to say, our design team did an amazing job building this app. This is our 1.0 version. And let me just tell you that this is our first version of the product and it's already fun to use. Now, I don't know if you've been able to participate in a company's early versions of their software before. Usually you have to have an invitation to participate in something like that. But it's normally very clunky. It doesn't usually work well. Heck, when Apple rolled out their first version of the iPhone, it was filled with bugs and broken links. But people waited in lines around the block to get one. But wait till you see what our team has put together. Someone told me that once she understood how it worked, it felt like playing a game with her money. This isn't to say that it doesn't still have bugs or that we don't still have improvements, because we know that we do. And we're counting on you to give us feedback for things that we need to fix or maybe just ideas that you have. In fact, this is an opportunity for you to help shape WizeFi in the direction that you think that it should go, where it would be most valuable not only to you, but to people that you know. And your thanks is being one of the first people to participate in the affiliate program. Okay, now look at this. Once you walk through the steps to enter your information about your assets and liabilities in your budget, you'll get a graph to show you instantly a comparison between the path you're currently headed, if you keep doing what you're doing now, and your wealth potential with the WizeFi plan. And if you're wondering just what you need to do to make that WizeFi plan happen instead of this line here, the current path, well, you can subscribe and find out. Subscriptions are just $8 a month, and you can cancel at any time. Once you complete your subscription, you'll land here. Okay, now look at this. This first page here is your wealth building page. Remember, I told you there were two important pieces of WizeFi that will help you. One of them is helping you find more money that you can apply to your wealth building formula, and the other one is having a wealth building formula. So this is where we're going to apply money to a wealth building formula, and this is how we do it. We call that wealth building dollars CAFR. An acronym stands for Cash Available for Reallocation, and you can learn more about it by clicking up here in the right hand corner, and there's a pop-up that will give you more information on that. As you can see here, I have $750 of CAFR right now. The recommendation is that I have $1,600. So I need to go through my budget and try and increase my CAFR as much as possible. So I look at my guideline over here. I can see that I'm overspending in housing. The recommendation is I'm underspending. I'm in good shape. How about in food? Well, in food, the recommendation is $1,280, but I'm actually spending $1,600. So let me go see. Yeah, I'm spending $800 a month dining out. Maybe I'll cut that back to, let's say, $400. And then what else? Oh my gosh, look at my entertainment miscellaneous. I am really spending on entertainment. Oh, the first one right here, vacations. Yeah, that's quite a bit, $6,000 a year. Maybe we'll cut that back to $3,600 a year, $300 a month. and that'll be our vacation fund. And maybe I can't really cut anything else out. Sure, the recommendation is $320 a month for entertainment, but I can't go there yet. So I can't cut those expenses, but I was able to increase my KFIR to $1,350. It's not quite $1,600, but it's $1,350. All right, let's go apply that KFIR. Okay, now that I have set aside some money to apply to a wealth building formula, I need to have a wealth building formula. In WizeFi, we keep it simple. It's 4 steps. The first step and the second step and the third step are about helping you build a solid foundation. In fact, a foundation that can probably withstand about any recession, even like the one we saw back in 2008 through 2010. And it starts by having an emergency fund. We recommend $2,000 in your emergency fund. And I know that there are varying opinions on how much that should be. Right now, that's how the WizeFi program is set up. That emergency fund is designed to help you in the event of smaller life events. Your car breaks down, needs $500, and this way you don't have to use a credit card to pay for that. The second step, when you get your emergency fund filled up, is to pay off your debt. And I'll come back to this in a minute. But then the third step is to build up your cash reserves. Now, this is an interesting one. Sometimes people will combine their cash reserves in their emergency fund, but I don't recommend that. Just get $2,000 set aside so that you don't go further into debt if you have small life events. And then focus on paying off your debt before you put money into your investment accounts. Sometimes even your 401k. I can't tell you how many times I have seen somebody with a 401k where they're getting maybe 4 or 5% after fees on their 401k, but they're maxing that out, and then they're paying minimum payments on their credit cards that are charging them 21% interest. It just doesn't make any sense. You're better off getting out of debt quickly, and if you're wondering whether or not you should do that, plug your information into WizeFi and find out. So I'll come back to the investing piece a little bit later. So what I want to do now, though, is I want to figure out where to apply this KFIR. Let me just show you, though, that if I didn't do anything different here, just based on my current path and how I'm spending my money and just those little adjustments that I've made, I can see here that my current path, if I were to keep doing what I was doing before WizeFi, means that in 58 years, I'll have $314,000 compared to in only 34 years, I'll have $1.9 million following the WizeFi plan. And as you can see, I've reached the dotted line. The dotted line is my ideal lifestyle. It actually means you've reached the A wealth grade. We do have our own wealth grading model that I'm not going to get into today. I'll elaborate on that more in the future, but that is the moment where you have sustainable wealth and you can begin living your ideal lifestyle. You have enough money in your productive assets that they can provide you with an income that you can live out the rest of your life without the fear of running out of money. Now, remember I made some adjustments to my spending. I cut back on entertainment. I cut back on dining out and things like that. Those little impacts actually made a difference because instead of my current path before WizeFi, those adjustments that I made can be applied. Yes, I don't have that full $1,600 that WizeFi recommends, but I have something, and if I apply that money properly, I'll be able to get a whole lot closer than what my current path was before. And the key here is, of course, Now, of course, if I can make some extra income, I can apply that income back to my 4-step plan, and I bet you I can get that blue line to grow even more. So let me show you another piece about this. I want to show you one other piece before we move on. On this page here, it provides a guide for things like how to get out of debt. So let's say, for example, my emergency fund was all filled up and I had $2,000 in my emergency fund balance. So let me change my balance. So I can see that I have $670 of KFIR. Now, where should I apply that? If you remember on the previous page, I actually had $1,300 of KFIR, but you can see $580 is being eaten up in minimum monthly payments. Remember, there are 2 kinds of interest, the kind you earn and the kind you pay. To build wealth, we want to be earning more interest in our investments, which is way down here, than we're paying each year. The problem is we have less money available to put into investing because we're paying interest on all of these accounts. My debt in this case is getting in the way of me building up my investments. And I bet that's the case for millions of people out there. Not I bet, I know that that's the case. So WizeFi provides you with a guide. Now, I only have $670 available or left that I can apply. And it shows me right down here to apply to my Nordstrom account first, and then I'm going to apply extra to my Home Depot account. So I'm going to follow that guide and apply $500. And why is that only $500? Probably because my balance is only $500. And that's correct. My account balance is only $500. So that's going to pay that account off this month. And I still have $220 left. So I'm going to add that to the next account. $220 plus my $80 minimum payment. So now I'm using up all of my KFIR in this case, which is what I want to do. And I'm just going to keep following this guide. Next month, when I come back in and I plug this account will be paid off. And now I'm just going to focus on whatever KFIR I have available next month. And I'm going to keep following this guide until I get all my debt paid off. Oh, let me tell you something else that I think is really cool. So if you were sitting, let's say, at a car dealership, and you could do this on your phone, and you wanted to know how that car payment might impact your financial future, or what kind of an impact it would have, you could simply just click on your transportation, or actually you click on your accounts button right here. You would go to liabilities and you would add an auto loan. Add an auto loan, which would be right down here. Right down here, and I'm not going to add it right now, but you could add your auto loan, and then you could click OK and come back out, and you could see, you would have to click refresh, but you would be able to see the impact that that auto loan might have on your financial future. People often miss an opportunity because they over obligate themselves to big car payments, so or house payments. You could do the same thing for a house payment that you're trying to figure out. So have fun with this. This is a very cool tool for helping you better manage your money. But let's jump over here. I'm going to click on the affiliate piece, and let's look at the affiliate business. So first of all, what is an affiliate business? I did a ton of research to try to understand how people were making so much money online, because I was trying to help a client earn some more money. She just didn't have enough money, period. No matter how organized you get, sometimes you just don't have enough money. And I found a bunch of businesses online and a bunch of business ideas that I'd never participate in. And then I came across this guy. Now, I've met Pat in person. He's a great guy. And if you really want to understand how to build an online business, I recommend you follow him. He's one of the few that I trust. And he is constantly coming up with new ideas and new ways to make money online. But if you notice right up here in the right-hand corner, this is his income per month. $140,000 is what he made last month. And if you go, and so this is what I did. I came across his site, and he's nice enough to post his earnings. And he gets most of his income from what's called affiliate earnings. All of these businesses pay him a commission each month because he has affiliate agreements with them. And so, for example, this one right here is called Bluehost, and he makes $19,000 a month or more. This is actually less than the previous month. And so here's what Pat did. He created an online video that teaches people how to build an online website, or obviously it's online, build a website or a blog in less than 4 minutes. And of course, to build a blog or a website, you have to have a platform, and that platform is Bluehost. So if you watch this video, you're going to see a link, which is right here. If you click on this link and you subscribe to Bluehost and you set up your own website, Pat Flynn will get a commission from Bluehost as a thank you for referring you over. And that's what affiliate marketing is all about. And I got to thinking about how we might be able to create something like that for WizeFi. And it made sense on several different levels. This was a great opportunity to help people increase their income, which is usually one of the things that's keeping people or preventing them from advancing and reaching their wealth potential. Because they've made so many mistakes in the past, this is a good way for them to make up for some of those. The problem with most affiliate programs is you only get paid once, or you only get paid for a short period of time, or the worst problem is you only get paid for one layer or one tier. So in other words, if I clicked on that link and I set up my own website, And then I created my own affiliate link with Bluehost, and I did my own video, and I taught people how to build a website, and then people clicked on my link. I just became Pat's competitor. And I thought, well, there's a problem with that. You know, Pat should be incented to help me help others. And so we created a system with WizeFi that is multi-tiered. And not only can you get paid 20% for your first tier for any people that you refer over, but you can unlock multiple tiers based on how many people you have in your first tier. The WizeFi affiliate program pays you for sharing with your friends who subscribe, but you can also get paid when your friends' subscribe. Actually, you can unlock up to 6 tiers worth of friends. Let me show you how it works. It's set up to reward people for sharing, so the more people you share with who subscribe, the more tiers you can unlock. So let's look at the calculator and I'll show you how it works. All right, so let's say I have 2 areas here that I can control. So the first one is my first tier, or affiliates in my first tier. So let's say I have people like Pat Flynn who have thousands of people, and maybe he has 100 or more that subscribe, and maybe they all have 6 people who subscribe. Oops. 6 people who subscribe. You can see that it gets up there to quite a bit of money. In fact, you can get up to 1 million people in your network, and as you can see, even at 933,000 people in my network, this multiplier for Pat would pay him about $73,000 a month, or $883,000 a year. That's quite a bit of money. So let's pair this back to something I think is more reasonable. So for you, if you were making an extra $10,000 a month, how would that help you or impact you in reaching and living your ideal lifestyle? And that's what this affiliate program is designed to do. So to claim your affiliate handle, you just click on Claim Affiliate Handle, and you can type in whatever you want here for your affiliate handle. So you can see here that your affiliate handle will be wizefi.com/go/whatever name you come up with. And I've seen some really creative ones like Go Change the World, or Go Be the Change, in reference to Gandhi's, if you want to change the world, be the change in the world. And I really like that. Some are just business names, and some are personal names of people. You can customize it to whatever you want, so long as it's not already taken. And once you get your affiliate handle set up, you just simply click here and copy it, and you can share that in an email. You can share that in your social media. You can send out a little post saying, hey, I found this new app called WizeFi. I was able to increase my future net worth by $100,000. I think it's really cool. You know, click here and check it out. And they'll come to a page where they can watch our explainer video, and they can subscribe themselves. And all you need to do is you can keep an eye on your dashboard here, and you'll see as your Tier 1 affiliates begin to grow and your total affiliates, these numbers will change, and your earnings for what you're earning per month can change on a daily basis. So you might want to check back here often. Now, some people will want to wait to subscribe to WizeFi until after we've worked out all the bugs, or until we add bank integration or some of the other features that are coming, and that's fine. But for those who get in early, the opportunity to earn a lot of money is big. Look at this. So let's say I have 12 affiliates in my first tier, and my multiplier is 8, which means that each of them has 8 people in their tier. It unlocks 5 levels, and I can earn $5,800 a month. And now if I apply that $5,800, let me go back out here to my plan, and I go over here to my income, and I add income. Let's say I have, affiliate income. I have a spot for that. And that's $5,800 a month, let's say. And I go refresh my graph. Wow, I just increased my future net worth $1.3 million with my affiliate earnings. So I don't know how much this is going to impact you in your future affiliate earnings, but I can tell you that this is going to change a lot of lives. And you can see why I believe that WizeFi is going to help a lot of people reach and live their ideal lifestyle, especially those people who get in early. Listen, I know that many people will think of living a much more luxurious life when they start earning their affiliate income. And that's fine, I understand that. As long as it's coming as a byproduct of helping other people reach and live their ideal lifestyle. What is an ideal lifestyle anyway? After 27 years in the financial planning world, I can tell you that there are a lot of descriptions for how people would live their ideal lifestyle, but it really sums up like this. It's doing the activities we love with the people we love, but without the constraints of a full-time job. Now, how would you describe living your ideal lifestyle? When I ask this question to clients, I often get a response kind of similar to, well, I'm sitting on the beach in the Caribbean with a pina colada in my right hand and a good book in my left hand. And then I say to them, ooh, that sounds really fun. And then what? And then they just kind of look at me puzzled and say, what do you mean, and then what? And then I say, well, after you finish your book, and then what? Are you just going to sit on the beach the rest of your life? And sometimes they'll say, well, no, I guess I would come back home and then what? I say. See, sometimes we're so focused on just getting to living our ideal lifestyle, we never really think about the and then what. But our ideal lifestyle isn't just sitting on the beach. That's a vacation. Having an ideal lifestyle has some meaning behind it. Sure, you can enjoy luxury vacations, but is that it? Is that all you're looking for, what you can take? We already have enough people who are just focused on what they can take. At WizeFi, we're trying to help promote people who have more to give. The truth is, most people are interested in trying to make the world around them a better place. They just don't have time, or they don't have the money. They'll say things like, I would volunteer my time in my community or in my church if I just had the time, or if I just had more money, or if I didn't have to work 50 hours a week already. My daughter's in her last term of college, thank God, and I am very excited to be on this end of it. She volunteers her time up at the church helping our youth. Actually, she works with the small kids. And she was recently at a conference, and she was telling me about her experience there with so many people who are in ministry who can't afford to have their job in ministry because they don't make enough money in their job, so they take on extra jobs as Uber drivers to make a little bit of extra money. Imagine if we could help all of these people increase their incomes with their affiliate business and get more organized with their money in a way that they could afford to volunteer full-time in their communities or in their churches and helping to make that community a better place, helping to make the world around them a better place. I really believe that if we can help enough of these people in their communities to change the world around them, to improve the world around them, we really could change the world. Okay, so this is the exciting time for us. We are officially launched. So what you need to do now is go back to your link, click on that link, and that'll take you back through Facebook. If you haven't yet gone through that process, the authentication process through Facebook is just to make things more simple. It does not give Facebook any information about you. We don't pull any information from Facebook other than what is on your public profile. It's just we do authenticate through Facebook to make it really simple. It's just one click, and we get things like your image that we can put on your app, or we take things like your name, and that's about it. If you're not sure where to start, click on the link from the person who invited you here today. And if you don't have that link, then email them or text them and ask them for their link, and they'll be able to get that to you very quickly here this morning. If you have questions, support@wizefi.com. Email us. We'll respond pretty quickly. It says within 24 hours, but we have extra people on our support team trying to help out with support right now. Also, inside the app, you'll notice down in the right-hand corner, there's a chat option. If we have people available, if they're not already chatting with somebody else, you can chat with somebody live who can walk you through some of the steps if you're having trouble with anything. After you get all set up and you have your affiliate link set up and you've shared it with your friends, keep an eye on your email because you're going to be seeing a lot more information coming from me with vlogs that I'm going to be doing or a podcast that I'm going to be doing to help educate people on how to make the most of their money, how to properly use WizeFi, how to make more money, and how to live their ideal lifestyle. If you subscribe today, I'd like to know about your experience. I would encourage you to send an email over to us, to my attention, because I really would like to read them. I want to know how you were able to get more organized or how you felt after you were able to see your future net worth opportunity. And if you start growing an online affiliate business, I'd like to hear about that too. I'd like to hear about the people that you're helping and the difference you're making in your community. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. We have a few extra minutes, and so I'm going to go ahead and take some questions. I've got to change over to my screen here, and just a moment. Okay, so I have a lot of questions. I'll just try and answer a few of them randomly. How can I replace my income in just 30 days? There was an email about that. Yes. Show how a person can grow their affiliate income in just 30 days. Okay, so growing your affiliate business in 30 days, enough to be able to replace your income. Absolutely, and people are going to do it. If you think about it, we talked about $5,800 with just 12 people. If you go show it with 30 people, let me pull that back up here and we can look at it. So if we go to the affiliate business, all you need to do is go over to the affiliate calculator and start plugging in the numbers. Start plugging in how many people in your first tier. If you have 20 in your first tier and you have 6 people in your second tier, that gives you $131,000 a year roughly of income. Would that be enough to replace your income? How long would it take you to get those 20 affiliates? Once you have your affiliates set up, you can really only control those people that you share with. After that, we take over. We have actually, one of the things that I didn't mention is we have an entire marketing department that's focused on just helping you build your affiliate business. And they're called Wise Affiliates. And they have a great course called How to Get Your First 20. I would encourage you to take that course. That's a great way for you to learn how to get your business built. And within 30 days, if you take this serious and you follow that course, I've seen the course, it's really good. If you follow that course, I want to hear from you. I want to hear how this impacted your own personal income, and I want to hear what kind of things you're doing now differently with your life. All right, let's look at another question here. Does WizeFi tell us where to invest our money? No, we're not going to tell you where to invest your money. We're going to encourage that you sit down and talk to your financial advisor. Our goal is to help you do more with the money that you already have, help you do more on your own. And then we want to help steer you in the direction of talking to the right financial professional. A little tip, I guess, I'll let you have a sneak peek into the future. We are going to provide an access point that will help connect you to trusted professionals that we have vetted out through our vetting process in your own communities who understand the WizeFi model, promote the WizeFi model, including our budgeting process, so on and so forth, and we'll help to connect you to those professionals. So you can keep watching your email for when that comes pretty soon. But we don't tell you where to invest your money. WizeFi is just trying to help you get more money that you can invest and put to work in your productive assets. And you'll learn more about what productive assets are when you watch the videos inside the application. Each step, by the way, I failed to mention this earlier, each step of the process has videos, educational videos that I encourage you to watch. They're very good, they're creative, and they make it easy and fun. Those videos are very informative, and right under the video are some instructions. Follow the instructions on those pages. Those will be really helpful for you. All right, so how long does it take to set up my plan? I would set aside at least 30 minutes. In fact, I would recommend that you grab a cup of coffee and you give yourself an hour. Put on some music that you enjoy and do this the right way. Go through each process, watch the videos, put your information in, try and be as accurate as you can. You can adjust it in the future if you're not 100% accurate in the beginning when you first go through that. You can come back and adjust it later, but I would encourage you to try to be pretty accurate with that. So how are we doing on time? We're about out of time here. Can you explain productive assets versus non-productive assets? Basically, your productive assets are so for you to live your ideal lifestyle, you need a constant flow of income. And that income comes from productive assets. The difference between productive assets and non-productive assets are productive assets pay you an income. A rental income property, a business that you own, maybe dividends from your stocks. Those are all considered productive assets. the art hanging on your wall, that's a non-productive asset. It might be valuable, but it's not going to produce you an income. It's not going to help you live your ideal lifestyle, unless your ideal lifestyle is just sitting and staring at your artwork. So that's the difference between productive and non-productive. When you go through the videos, you'll learn a little bit more about that as well. Okay, that's all we have time for today. I want to thank everybody for being here. We have worked very hard to get to this day. I can't wait to hear from some of you out there. So please share your stories with us and keep watching your email because I'll be in touch with you real soon. Thanks for joining us. Bye now.